husband would always tell me that I snore a lot. And then about 10 years ago, I was on a family trip with my mom and my sister stayed in the same room in a hotel. And my sister woke me up. She goes, "Are you okay?" And I said, "What? What happened?" And she said, "Well, you're snoring, but then all of a sudden you just stop breathing." And she said, "The snoring doesn't really bother me." She said, "But I freaked out when you stopped breathing, because I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm stopped breathing. Before it was like, oh, I'm just snoring, whatever. But when I was told that I stopped breathing, then that kind of scared me. And so I'm like, okay, I need help. I tried the CPAP. I still want to do the appliance. I'm just not into the CPAP and stuff. Tried that, done that, don't want the mask on and all that. So anyway, came on over and got the oral device. And I mean, it's changed my life. Before using the device, I had no energy. They told me after I took the sleep test without the oral device that I was only sleeping like 3 hours a night. And I'm like, well, that answers it because I'm exhausted all the time. Yeah, I mean, the oral device, has just changed my life because now I'm actually sleeping. Before I had like, I don't know how many, they call them events where I just stopped breathing, according to the sleep test. And now I'm like 0.21, not even a whole. It's just changed my life. In fact, I really got behind on like house cleaning and stuff like that because I was too tired to do that kind of stuff. So now, believe it or not, I have been cleaning windows. I've been cleaning blinds, which I never do. Closets. I just recently did like an overhaul of my house because I have so much energy now. So, it's been awesome. It has been awesome. I mean, that just freaked me out. When we were in California and I got back home, I said, man, I've got to get some help with this. I mean, it just really, I just couldn't stop thinking about it because I knew it was serious because I knew my daughters had told me, "Oh, you snore so loud, Mom. We can hear you." Now I just purr like a little kitten. So I was actually skeptical of taking the sleep study because I am not a like computer person or electronic person or anything like that. I'm just like, oh gosh, it's probably going to be difficult. And it was the easiest test in the world. It's just like they have the instructions for you. It's just a couple of steps. It's not like this complicated, crazy, test and everything. So I was actually, just skeptical about, I'm like, oh gosh, I'm gonna have to do this test. But it was very, very easy. I was able to do it perfectly by myself. No, not at all. No, I mean, because it's so easy to use. You just pop it in your mouth and it's not like difficult to use or you don't have to turn a key or anything like that, like some of the older models were. So it only took 3 weeks. Yeah, it was like really quick. And the yeah, I just couldn't believe it. I thought I was going to have to do like to number 10, but it ended up being, well, I'll take that back. It was 4 weeks because that first one you do it without. And so, yeah, but still, I stopped at number 3. I thought I was going to have to go all the way to 10 or whatever, and it works perfectly. No, they gave me this little, I don't know, little device in case my jaws are hurting or anything. I didn't have, I mean, maybe a tiny little minimal thing that I noticed when I took it out, but it disappeared. I didn't have to take any kind of Tylenol or anything like that for it. It was just very minimal. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is how it feels to actually feel alive and feel like you slept. And I was just ecstatic. You just you just can't believe it when you've been sleeping 3 hours. And everyone says, oh my gosh, you're going to sleep your life away because I always slept like 10, 12 hours because I just couldn't get enough sleep, But when they told me that typically when you're sleeping 10 hours, you're only sleeping 3 hours because, you're not actually sleeping because you're having so many events. And so I wasted so much of my life just trying to sleep, but I really wasn't sleeping. I don't know if that makes any sense, but well, I actually wake up earlier. It's so weird because I used to, I'd have to have the alarm clock just blaring, to get me out of bed. And now, I just hop up like around 7 o'clock. I'm like, what has happened to me? And I have more energy. I need to start exercising a little bit more with that energy, but I've used that in cleaning the house and all this other stuff. But yeah, it's life changing. Oh, yeah. Well, my insurance covered most of it, but if my insurance didn't pay for it, I would have paid whatever. I don't care what it cost. I would have paid it. In fact, I don't even know for sure what it cost because of my insurance covering it, but I would have, covered it for sure. And
Right
then
on.
some. I'm going to say if you want to sleep at night, if you want to feel better, if you want to, prolong your life, it sounds like this is when you stop breathing and all that, it's messing with your heart and your whole body. And so, you're crazy not to go and get it checked out. It's very simple. It's very non-invasive, just very simple. And you just go and do it. And a lot of what I like about it is because I still work, that some of the follow-up appointments, they've been virtual, very simple. Sleep Better Austin has made it just very easy for me to, become a better sleeper and, just have a better life. Well, what I missed out on was I stayed in bed, way too long. I could have been doing other stuff that, you know, I couldn't do while I'm sleeping. I wake up earlier and get a lot more things done. And, I like to garden. So, that's stuff like that. I like going outside and stuff. Well, if you're stuck in bed till like 10 or noon, on a Saturday because you have to have your sleep, then you're not getting near as much stuff done, especially in the Texas heat, the Austin heat. I'm like, now I can actually get up early, get out there, start doing stuff before it gets terribly scorching hot. So I don't use the alarm, on a Saturday and stuff. I had to before because I would never get up. So it seems like it's kind of regulated my sleep too because I wake up like 7:30 for work uh, during the week. So then on the weekend, I'm waking up at that same time too, feeling refreshed and feeling, just ready to go on top of my work and everything. But I think I'm just, I feel like I'm brighter. I'm, just more effective in my work because I'm not sleepy. It's hard to do your work when you're sleepy and stuff. So, especially during some of those boring meetings that we have, that's kind of where it really got me. So, yeah, now I'm like, woo. I would, first of all, I'd like to thank Sleep Better Austin. They have wonderful folks working there, and they have helped me, so much in my life. And people that are suffering from sleep apnea and snoring and stop breathing and stuff like that, don't do it to yourself. You need to go visit the folks at Sleep Better Austin and, get better. There's so much life ahead of you, and you've got to live each moment of it and not just, you know, be snoring and stop breathing, during your sleep.